Well, this is interesting. Very interesting. Okay then. Well, what's up everyone? My name is the Ripper Danny B, and welcome to episode 10 of the WWE 2K16 Universe Mode. As you can see, we're on episode 10, and we're at NXT, and this match is supposed to be a number one contenders match for the NXT Championship between Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn. And it looks like the champion, Finn Balor, is coming out for a closer look, and Sami doesn't look too happy about it, does he? Well, here we go. Apparently we skipped the entrances for this, but this definitely makes things interesting. So, here we go. Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, number one contendership for the NXT Championship on the line. It's Wednesday, of course, we're on NXT, and we're getting off to a very interesting start here. Yeah, to say the least. So, here we go. We're considered, a few different guys for the number one contendership spot. As I've said before, Arrival is coming on Sunday. And it will be the arrival of the NXT brand in full in my universe mode. As you know, in the preseason I only touched on NXT a little bit. We didn't really have the stars. This year we actually got some NXT stars in it. Last year they threw in some NXT stars, and the only one that was really still NXT by the time we got the game was Sami Zayn. So, who happens to be the only guy from the last game that is still on NXT. And there you go. So Baron versus Sami. Finn Balor is out here to watch. Yeah, I looked at a few things when considering the two number one contenders, and it really came down to the WrestleMania pre-show. These two guys both had stellar performances in that match. Finn Balor obviously came out as champion, but in my opinion, Tyler Breeze kind of lost that match. He had the most damage done to him, so that's where I based this decision anyway. So Sami versus Baron Corbin. At this point, Baron is the one starting with a bit of momentum on his side, but Sami is coming back nice and quickly. We are starting to put together the card for Arrival. Two of the matches for the I want to call it a pay-per-view, but it's not. It's just going to be a special show. It's going to be basically a Sunday special in the end. So it's not going to be a full 6-7 match pay-per-view card. So it'll be 4 matches, 3 of which, of course, will help decide the championship situation. That's 12 here in NXT. At this point, we have the NXT champion Finn Balor, but we have no women's champion and we have no tag team champions. So, if you're watching last season even, Sami Zayn did end up as NXT tag team champion in the end, but hasn't returned, simply because that title got vacated. I thought it was time for Sami to move up into the main event, and his partner Riley has not yet come back to my universe mode, and it's as simple as that. Maybe you'll see him show up on DPW eventually, but at this point he's not come back. So Baron and Sami going at it. We are starting to get into the swing of things, of course. We're on episode 10. Things are starting to roll now. We are getting the full 5 shows out a week, which is great. Thank you for your support and your patience, waiting for me to get things under wraps and get things going. We're still about 2 weeks ahead of schedule, or about a week ahead of schedule actually. I thought about it saying I was going to start the universe mode on November 22nd, so we're still ahead of time, which is awesome. As I said, as I've said a couple of times over the past few days really, we've got Arrival coming this Sunday, we've got Extreme Rules coming next Sunday, so it should be a really interesting time within the universe mode. Start a couple of the matches set for Extreme Rules already. Tonight we find out 2 of the matches for Arrival, as both the NXT Championship and the Women's Championship match will be set. We're not going to have a contenders match for the tag titles because really there is only 2 viable tag teams. So officially I am announcing that at NXT Arrival, the Tag Team Championship will be decided between the teams of the Vaudevillains and Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. And here we go. This is interesting. Sami getting distracted by Finn Balor at ringside. This could end up costing Sami Zayn the #1 contendership. Almost coming across as if Finn's the bad guy in this situation. Baron Corbin taking full advantage, man, so we should. Yeah, Finn is definitely playing heel here. Finn Balor as a heel, who could believe it, eh? Although, you know, if you want to have a successful run in the WWE, you've got to have a heel run. It's a given. You know, every big star has had, Hogan being the exception, of course. I mean, who? We don't know who that is. But John Cena started off with a heel run. The Rock started off in a heel run. Stone Cold officially not only started in a heel run, but he had a big one in the middle of the career. Not that it was very good, but you know, it was there. So we're on 6. Sami Zayn could walk away with the #1 contendership here. Baron Corbin makes it back. I like how the commentators stood up then as Corbin was running away. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I mean, Finn Balor will have to have a heel run at some point if he wants to be successful. That all the big guys have had them. Taker and Shawn Michaels included, you know. It's just the way things are. You've got to be able to play both sides of the coin. I know John Cena hasn't had a heel run for a very long time, but all the same, he started as one. Wow, he started as a clean-ass babyface and then moved on. Blue Thunderbomb here by Sami Zayn. It's a bit early, I think. We've got 2. Yeah, definitely. We are seeing a lot more resiliency in our stars this year. And in the last game, something like that could have possibly taken somebody out. And short of a rope break mishap, which we have already seen one with Edge and Stone Cold at WrestleMania, matches do not end that quickly anymore. Tables matches tend to go away pretty fast though. But I like throwing them in. I'm not going to ignore tables matches because they're quick. You know, you kind of just have to do them anyway, don't you? Corbin working Sami over at this point, realistically. He's not really picking on a body part, he's just throwing his weight around, which is essentially what Baron Corbin does. So fair likeness there. I don't think I've ever seen him use so many moves, but might not matter as Sami is setting up. But if he's setting up here, he's going to be setting up for the Koji clutch. Oh dear, Mr. Zayn. It's not going to work because the submissions never work, man. You got to get him in the corner, hit the haluva kick. That will do it. Like I say, it didn't work. Maybe he can pin him and get him on the other side of it. Let's find out. 1, 2. No. I mean, credit to Sami. He has come back from that cheap move between Balor and Corbin. But yeah, Baron Corbin is now on the losing end. But nice clubbing blow there from the Lone Wolf. Whoever wins this match is going to provide a decent challenge to Finn Balor, even. I always get my names confused. I'm hungry. I'm blaming that today. I've always got a different excuse every day, just so you know. Baron there. With the move. What do you call that? Some kind of suplex? I don't know. Anyway, 1, 2. It's not really a face buster, it's not really a backbreaker, it's a suplex that lands in front of you. I don't know. Comment in the section below if you know what it's supposed to be. Usually I'm pretty good at stuff like that, but that one eludes me. Sami just goes in for a hug. Doesn't affect Baron Corbin. He's immune to hugs. I mean, to be fair, if you've been watching Bacon Gowns, you know that's pretty much true. Baron is so immune to human touch, as it were. He does not like people. Nice kick there by Sami Zayn. He's going to try and get some momentum here. Baron obviously is the much bigger guy. Sami not really caring with that Tigerplex there, though. Was that a Dragonplex? It's a Dragonplex, isn't it? I do apologise. Nice shoulder tackle, takes down a big guy, but it's going back and forth now. Momentum is not sticking with one guy or the other. This could provide for a very interesting late game. Both guys building up their momentum bars at this point. There goes Sammy again. Blue Thunder Bomb number 2. We got 1, 2. Nope. Couldn't quite hear the see the referee, then had to wait for the count. Sammy is rolling. If he can put Baron in the Corbin now, hit the haluva kick, it could be over. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Slowly but surely. What was he going for? He could have gone for the haluva kick there, and he hasn't done. What's he doing? I mean, whatever this is, it's going to be impactful, but the haluva could have put this away. Instead, he goes for the... Oh, no, never mind. He's going for the brainbuster. I've completely forgotten about that move. Well, come on then. Cover him, you twit. Honestly. Oh, wait. No, that's the second... It's the second signature move, isn't it? How the hell did he get another one of them so quickly? Oh, anyway. Looks like he was setting up for the Koji clutch. And same issue as Triple H last night. I think you have to be in position properly this year to get it. Yeah, definitely he's setting up again, but this is a mistake. Well, at least I can understand why he went for the haluva. He went for the brainbuster, because he couldn't have done haluva kick in the corner, which is a shame. Because even though I'm unbiased, that could have could have put Baron Corbin away. So yeah. Well, the Koji doesn't have the effect it hoped for. Yeah, that makes sense. Sammy now going to try a few different things, not going straight for the cover. Going up to the top rope. Not that unusual for Sami Zayn. Nice splash there. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Baron Corbin able to get the shoulder up. Sammy's going to have to keep up this pressure there. He is in control of Corbin at this point. Oh, maybe. I don't know. He might have another finisher by this point. You never know with this sodding game. Nice snap there. Stump puller, I believe they call that. Sammy is staying in control, and he's got to. Because unfortunately Corbin can come back, and if he does, he's got a lot of power moves in his arsenal as Baron Corbin, not least of which is the end of days. An easy way. There's that suplex thing again. I'm going for another cover here by Corbin. 1, 2, 3. Well, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this match, a new #1 contender for the NXT Championship, the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. This went back and forth throughout this one. There were points where Sammy definitely had the most control, but there were points where Baron was dominating, and in the end, all that damage done by Baron Corbin and the fact that Sammy went for 2 Koji clutches instead of hitting the haluva kick could have made the difference. There you go, that was the splash. Sammy just trying to do everything he could to keep Corbin down. It wasn't going to happen. I think his shoulder was up there anyway, let's be honest. Baron Corbin setting up for the final time. Knee to the stomach. This suplex variation thing. I know I've seen it a few times before, I just can't remember the name of the move for the life of me, never mind Corbin's name for it. There we go with the 3 count. I keep hitting the mic, I'm so sorry. Baron Corbin, your new #1 contender for the NXT Championship, and after a performance like that, Finn Balor is going to have to watch his back. Finn may have helped Baron get this win, but he's not going to be too happy about having to face him. So this Sunday, the main event, we know it now. Finn Balor and Baron Corbin. I'm looking forward to it. Now, we move on to our main event. And as I said earlier, we are going to be looking at sorting out the Women's Championship picture. There is no NXT Women's Champion at this point. So we're going to decide some #1 contenders right here in this match. And we've got a difficult time with this because there's not really many women that could qualify. So I've kind of gone with 3 girls that do actually appear on NXT. A fair amount, at least. Even though they are still officially main roster, all of them. Plus Alicia Fox, who, let's face it, is probably the lowest ranked main roster diva at this point. because she's done nothing but shake her ass alongside Nikki and Brie for a while, and well, she hasn't even done that for the last couple of weeks. So yeah, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is a Extreme Rules, I forgot what it was then, an Extreme Rules Tornado Tag Team match, as we pit Alicia and Eva Marie against two opponents. The winning team will go on to a rival to compete in a one-on-one match for the Women's Championship. Alicia and Eva on one side, and on the other, their opponents first is Cameron, who has seemingly gone back down to NXT. She got squished by Asuka, about a week ago now, at the time of the recording. So yeah, I count her as NXT. Like I said, we got 13 divas all in all on the disc this year. But I had to give some of them over to NXT to have a Women's Championship division. The Women's Championship division will get bolstered in NXT, and I'll explain how, probably on DPW, to be fair, on Friday. We may also see some cores of current NXT divas come up. I haven't decided whether I'm going to, I've said before, I'm going back and forth on that. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll see on that. But here she comes with an updated theme song, but old Tron and motion and gear and everything else. But I might try and fix that eventually, to be honest. And here she comes, the Australian nutjob. It's Emma, who's actually having a fairly good career down in NXT at this point. Much more successful than she was up on the main roster, where she was just a dancing monkey, essentially, for Santina Marella. I mean, it was cute and all, but yeah, much prefer the current kind of heel Emma. It is a good look for her. And that's the sort of song that doesn't last very long, but still manages to get stuck in your head. Has been ever since I first heard it in this game. So here we go, the match is kicking off, as you can see. Alicia Fox and Eva Marie versus Cameron and Emma. The two divas that win this match will go on to NXT Arrival to compete for the Women's Championship. This is an Extreme Rules, there's going to be no excuses, no qualms. We will get some more divas into the NXT Women's Division, but it's not going to be in the way you think. Or maybe it is, depends on how well you know me and how much you've been listening to me ramble, because I quite frankly don't remember what I ramble about from day to day. You know, I'm rambling for 20 minutes of video 5 to 7 times a week, so I have no idea what I'm talking about most of the time. So I may have already mentioned it at some point. But I'll definitely get to explaining it almost fully on DPW. So yeah, tune in on Friday if you're interested in the future of NXT as a brand. They do kind of connect in that way, sort of. Yeah, in the early stages here, there's no real up-and-comer. Got Alicia on one side, has been beating Emma, but she's now gone out to get a weapon. Then we're going to turn her focus to... Yep, they've swapped partners. I've got to keep remembering who I put who with. The teaming was kind of just, well, what could I realistically see? I mean, they're 4 heel divas for one thing. As much as you can count. Cameron as a heel, she's more just there. Same with Alicia, really. She's supposed to be a heel, but she's kind of just there. But Eva and Emma, certainly heels. Emma's done a very good job at reinventing her character, and Eva has done a very good job at exploiting the natural hate for her, so I've got to give her a lot of credit in that respect, and I don't give Eva Marie credit very often. But the fact that she's managed to turn that natural hate for herself, you know, that she's accumulated over the past couple of years with the fans, turn it into a heel persona, it's kind of clever. It's a classic persona and based off of real life, and well, when you try to draw heat, and that's the best way to go, man. Eva is now getting the better of Cameron. I think the stats in this game are too high. As usual, WWE are pushing Eva. I mean, she's the biggest argument for this entire thing about not getting NXT divas, because she is the only real NXT diva left. I know she's still officially main roster as well, but she hasn't competed on the main roster for a while. She has been down in NXT, I'd say training, sort of training, Got a cover here from Eva though. 1, 2. So yeah, they managed to get her in the game. Her status has been kind of meh. She was off TV for a long time while she was out training, you know, at least 6 to 8 months, not including Total Divas, which we don't, because that's entertainment. This is sports entertainment. That S word at the beginning is actually rather, you know, important. Reality television, my arse, eh? I mean, I watch it. Don't get me wrong. I've watched some of them in the past few seasons worth, 2.5, 3 seasons, something like that. It's not reality television. It's about as real as my third foot, you know. But that out of the way, they got her in, but they didn't get in Charlotte, Becky, you know, horsewoman Alexa Bliss, who've been on NXT for ages. It was just a case of the WWE went, you don't really need to waste your time getting them in. You know, they don't matter, they're women. Which I'm sure, you know, certain board members, preferably the ones named McMahon Levesque, would have had a real problem with. But, you know, it's just the same way it has always been. They don't treat the divas right. Just the fact that they've got in people that have not been in as long. Especially when you look to the DLC, Samoa Joe's in it. He didn't show up in WWE till, what, springtime? So it's fundamental proof they just didn't want to put the effort into the NXT Divas. But I'm hoping the backlash from it this year will kind of get them to open their eyes. It's 2K aren't brilliant, but they do seem to have got the sliced bread here from Eva. Sorry, I'm rambling and she's kicking some ass in the ring. 1, 2, 3. They've done it. I'm rambling and I missed the end pretty much. Saw the sliced bread just in time there. Move she stole from her trainee, Brian Kendrick. And let's be honest, that version that she just did in that ring is the best version of it she's ever done. I'm hating so much on her, and there is a good reason behind it, of course. Is if you watch any form of WWE, you know who Eva Marie is. There is a fair reason to kind of hate her. It's not just that she's bad in the ring, because we give everybody a bit of credit, you know. We love the guys who've got it all together. They come into NXT, they've got the package, they're all ready to go, like Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, those kind of people. But we also give a bit of credit to guys that are trying. Like, even though, you know, Baron Corbin has gathered a bit of hate over the past few months for being overbooked, we still give him a bit of credit because it's obvious he's trying. And he is getting better. His matches are getting longer, he's working on his stamina, but Eva, I think she's taking it seriously now, but it took her so long to get there in the first place. That's our problem. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting on about Eva Marie, because all in all, it was a fairly decent Extreme Rules match. I talked over most of it with absolute bollocks. And when it came down to the fact that Eva and Cameron were left in the ring, Alicia and Emma was busy on the outside. Eva Marie was able to get up there with the sliced bread, knock it down, get hung up in the ropes now, that I believe. And she hit for the cover. Cameron takes the fall. Eva Marie and Alicia Fox go on to NXT Arrival to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've sorted out 2 of the matches for Arrival, and I hope you join us on Sunday for that. But of course, first, we've got SmackDown tomorrow. My name has been the Ripper Danny B. Thank you for watching my WWE 2K16 Universe mode. If you like what you saw, as always, do not forget to share, like, and most importantly, subscribe for a lot more WWE content. Thank you, and as always, good night from me. Take care, everyone.